Hi, welcome to my cooking channel Ratatouille Anyone Can Cook. Cooking is fun only when it's begun, and that's the slogan. So now let's begin to have some fun. Today video is about making South Indian Korokattai to my favorite god Vinayagar. As usual, have tried to explain each and every step clearly and have uploaded a short video for the same with no audio. If you have time constraint, you can check that as well. Link in the description. The basic ingredient is raw rice, which I have taken about 100 grams for making about approximately 10 medium sized korokattai. First, it has to be rinsed with normal water till clear and soaked for 1.5 hours. For more than 100 gram, it needs more time for soaking, so calculate accordingly. In the meantime, it soaks. Let's scrape the coconut and get the stuffing ready. Soaking is very important for getting the rice batter smoothly. Leave it undisturbed till then for about 1.5 hours. Look, the water is so clear. I have shredded the coconut using a coconut shredder. For 100 grams of raw rice, half of big coconut is more than enough. If no time, you can cut the pieces of coconut and shred it in a mixie, but it ends up releasing oil which changes the taste. Also use fresh coconut for amazing taste and sweetness. For that 1 cup of coconut taken, consider 3/4 cup of jaggery. Jaggery also depends on its quality and sweetness, but this is the standard measurement. I have explained further about this in the video. It's okay if you scrape the coconut till the end as it's going to be brown only, but remove the bigger pieces as it hinders while enjoying the korokattais. Coming back to the dough, there are 3 methods to get the dough. One method is to prepare the processed rice flour like the method used for making kai murukku dough, for which the link is provided up in the description box. To that flour, add hot water and prepare the dough. Next, easy method using store-bought rice flour, to which again water is added and cooked. We'll explain all these one by one in various episodes of different korokattai making. So check the description for the links. But today I'm going to make it in the usual method. In a thick bottomed broad pan, add the jaggery and to that add little amount of water, not much, to dissolve the jaggery. If you add more water, it will make the stuffing liquid, which we don't want that to happen. When it is melted, add the shredded coconut and keep on mixing. You can also add half a teaspoon of ghee to prevent the jaggery from becoming hard, but it is not necessary. If you feel the jaggery has impurities, you can strain the jaggery syrup before adding the coconut. It is watery, but it thickens soon. If you have stuffing more than the dough, you can make stuffed chapati with that filling. If dough is more than the stuffing, then you can make it round small sized balls and steam it. These are the recipes of another episodes in Ratatouille Anyone Can Cook, so check in for the links in the description. When you feel there is no much water, switch off the stove. To check the consistency, you must feel stickiness when touched rather than moist. To this, add half a teaspoon of cardamom powder. If using cardamom pods, crush it nicely, then use it. And give it a mix. So be cautious in this step. Do not cover it with a lid if it will sweat when it is hot. So keep it aside undisturbed to cool at room temperature. Soon it will solidify and easy to hold shape. It is very simple to make the stuffing. So now the stuffing is ready. Now let's check the soaking rice. It's been soaking for 1.5 hours now. To know the difference between soaked and unsoaked rice, check my kai murukku part 1 video. To check whether it's soaked nicely, break it into half and it will break easily. See, in a mixie jar, add the drained rice. No need to drain the water completely. First give a pulse in a mixie to get it coarse with no water added to it, like this. This eases the process. Then to this add 100 ml of water. Measurement goes like this. 1 cup rice needs 2 cups of water for grinding. First cup of water is added now. Do not add entire 2 cups of water in a go. If you add 2 cups of water, then rice particle will not get smashed completely due to excess water. Still, it's not grinded properly. So now if you notice, when I touch the batter, the rice particles are still visible. So we need to grind it well. These rice particles will tear the korukkattai. Now I have grinded again. Add a teaspoon of salt in it while grinding. Now let's check again. Look, this time there is no rice particles, only batter. Perfect. If you still feel the rice particles are there, you can filter the batter. I am transferring it to a bowl. You can continue using the mixie jar itself. So now this is the consistency for the first cup of water. If trying to cook it now, it will end up forming so much lumps due to less water. So I am going to add another cup of water. You will notice how smooth it gets when cooked. So adding exact measurement of water is very important. In a thick bottomed broad pan, because it will uniformly get cooked, but deep pan is equally okay. I have added 3 tablespoons of gingerly oil, and to that I have added the rice batter and started stirring. It looks like it's forming lumps, but continuous mixing will make it smooth. The bright white color should turn into dull white color. Till then mix it. If needed, add 2 more tablespoons of oil, but not water. On touching it, it should not stick to the palm. Cover it with a lid for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, transfer it to a white plate or a bowl. Now getting ready to knead it. Look, it's not sticking in the palm. It looks so nice and soft already. But kneading loosens it and helps to get rid of the lumps if any. Do this when it's bearably hot, not after cold. So some dip their hands in normal water before kneading. Add 1 tablespoon of gingerly oil and start kneading. Kneading must be done with this part of the palm. Knead it completely with applying pressure. It should turn soft and smooth like this. It's loosened as well. So make it a ball so it doesn't get dried up soon. Next, cover it with a wet cloth, which is very important. Before starting with the making of korukkattai, make the stuffing into small balls. It's looking perfect. Jaggery makes the fingers sticky, so making it into balls beforehand will ease our job and time saving. So equally sized sweet stuffing is ready. Now it's time for the fun part. In a cup, take water and in another cup, take oil. Dry your hands. Apply lots of oil to the palm. Take a gooseberry sized dough and cover the rest of the dough. First, blessings from Lord Ganesha. Then knead the dough nicely and roll it into a perfect round ball. Dip the thumb in oil and press the center. Don't have any nails. The bottom fingers must rotate the modak while the top fingers should press the dough. The rice flour sticks to the thumb, so use often the oil. If not, the stickiness spoils the shape. Concentrate on the center. Do not press the edges until the center is thin. When the center is ready, concentrate on the edges. Press it and make it thin. This is the technique. Explaining again. Knead the dough. Roll it into round shape. Use a towel to remove the wet flour sticking to the thumb, or you can use water. Dip the thumb in oil. Press the center. Rotate, press, rotate, press, rotate, and then come to the edges. If you start with the edges will tear up and the center will be so thick. You can seal the broken edges like this, like the way I did. Now you have the cup in between. So take the stuffing, keep it in the center. Wipe your fingers as it will be sticky. Apply generous amount of oil whenever it has some friction. You need to open and close your left palm for rotating and 5 fingers of the right hand like this for pressing. Press the dough to the jaggery, it will stick. Now rotate, press till it closes on the top. Do not touch anywhere else than the top. Ta-da! Wow! Please do try this and share your comments. Some other methods I didn't show but explaining you as you can give it a try. Same way but keep fleets and close the fleets. If not able to make the cup, roll the dough flat, keep the stuffing and try to cover and seal it. Next, not able to make the ball itself, then fold the rolled flat dough into half with stuffing inside and seal the edges like semicircle. If nothing worked, roll the dough, keep the stuffing, make it into a round ball and just pinch one side to make the tip and use toothpick to give stripes. Korkotai making is very easy unless the dough is cooked soft and has no lumps, or else the korkotai will tear how much ever you try. Do not keep the modaks without steaming for a long time as the stuffing releases water and makes it soggy. So, in a thick bottomed pan, fill water. Take a idli plate for steaming. You can also use banana leaves to cover the plate, but not mandate as the plate is greased with lots of gingerly oil. Make sure where the korkotai is placed, it's greased with oil. Leave space between each modak or else they will stick with each other. Do not keep everything at a go. Spacing and greasing is very important. Close the lid with the washer in and no whistle to be added. Wait for 10 minutes for the korkotai to cook. After 10 minutes, amazing, yummy, glossy, mouth-watering korkotai is ready. It is too hot, so do not touch it. If touched, it will tear apart. Let it cool down a bit. It will be shiny and glossy when compared to the one that is not cooked. We'll show you. Look, the one which is not steamed is not glossy, while the ones that is steamed are so glossy. None got stuck to the idli plate as there was liberal amount of oil applied to the plate and steamed properly. Let me show you a closer look. See how nice it's cooked, not torn and perfect shaped, soft and spongy, and you can also see the stuffing inside. Making more thinner than this is your choice. Everything has come out so well, none broken because of the right treatment given to the rice, the batter and the dough. Happy Vinayaga Chaturthi to all my viewers and read the description for further explanation. Make these yummy korkotai and rock the day.